Different from last time?
Huh?
It showed that screen last time?
I did it earlier. I mean, like I didn't hit her request. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Now we run. Now we run.
Can you hear us? We cool? Everything good?
Yeah, so far so good.
That's what we like to hear right there.
Okay, let's start it off. Before we go anywhere, you gotta let everybody know who you are, what you do.
I'm KIXIEJIXIE. I got a lot of sneakers, a lot of opinions.
We know about the opinions, but what else you do? That's why you're here.
What else I do?
Yeah. Like, what's your? We know you.
What's my
we
what?
know you got something to do with the C&K Daily. You got your own stuff going on. Like, what's your position in all this stuff?
I write, I blog, I work with brands, and I do a lot of brand marketing work. I study business. I do it outside of fashion. I do it in the healthcare industry. But in sneakers, I call myself sneaker nerd. I'm really smart when it comes up to technicalities and design, make, model. And because I've been collecting for so long, it's I applied 2 + 2 = 4, so I connected the dots on a lot of things.
By the article, I could tell.
Yeah, while we was waiting for you, we were the article right now.
I could tell.
Which one?
The one that was in your bio.
Oh, the one that's in my bio. Heard you. I have a few up there, but yeah, that was something I did for C&K. It was in regards to Jordan Brand and to Jordan Brand women. It was an article that was near and dear, I think, to all of our hearts, myself and the women at C&K. It was really just asking questions that we just think about, and we think the readers were thinking about, was like, you know, what's going on with the design for women, and just what do they think about us, that they keep spitting out some of the stuff that they keep giving us. Me, I'm a very different thinker because I've been collecting for so long. You know, I have all the retros, you know, from back in the day. So it's like now to see the same things is a little boring to me. To see the same materials is boring to me. And some of the designs for women now, I just don't believe that the hood woman was the intended market for some of those sneakers, because it doesn't match with our aesthetic of how we dress. So it's like some of the products I don't even think are for us. So I don't appreciate it. But at the end of the day, it's like a love-hate relationship. I'm always going to love Jay's. So I could kind of beat it up as much as I want. I'm always going to run back.
Right. I feel it.
Okay, with all that being said, I read the article and I still don't understand. This is just a friendly debate. I still don't understand.
Yeah, no
I still
worries.
don't understand what's the problem, because when a shoe comes out for females, some females like it. Oh, that's us. Some females don't like it because of the colorway. And then on other hand, when a shoe comes out, they're mad because it doesn't come in a women's size, but then it comes in a GS size. Wouldn't the GS be considered a women's size?
So let's break that down. With the last thing you said, because that's near and dear to a lot of women's heart, is that, you know what, let's break it all the way down, right? Yeah. When Jordan Brand makes a sneaker, right? Let's say they're making a 13, right? So they're making a 13. From jump, that's a men's model, right? So it's not a woman's sneaker. It was never made for a woman's jump. It was never made for a woman's ankle. It was never meant for how women walk. So they're a little bulky for us. They're a little heavy. So when Jordan Brand says they make a woman's sneaker, they are making a men's sneaker in a woman's color. So let's just define it like that. Is a man's sneaker in a woman's color. So then take it a step further. Now they're taking a man's sneaker and making it in boys sizing for a boy's foot, and they're not putting certain materials that are in men's sneakers. So yeah, have carbon fiber. Some GS sneakers don't have carbon fiber. Yeah, uppers are leather. Some GS uppers are some synthetic leather from I don't know where. I'm gonna call it vegan leather. So then you have you know, glue is always an issue on some sneakers.
Right.
Men have the premium quality ones. You know, you got your pony hair 4s, you got your blue obsidians, you know, you got the sneakers that are more quality for men.
Right.
They don't do those leather quality for women. Like, I wish a lot of women were able to feel and see what a glove 9 look like.
Okay.
Like them brown glove 9s, they go with a lot of Louis, they go with a lot of stuff that women wear.
Right.
But that wasn't the sneaker that they brought down in size, especially with the you know, price points and leather. Do they think that it's gonna sell or not? So we have a difference in what we get. So it's just about educating guys too, and the rest of the world as to what our struggles are. And then take it the opposite direction. There's women who have really big feet and they can't get even a woman's sneaker, you know, let alone, they're always in men's sneakers, but they're not made for our foot. So that's where the fight begins.
Right.
That's where it starts.
That's the finite. Like, the tech is not for a woman, you know. The tech is not for a woman's sneaker, a woman's foot.
Is that the bottom line, the tech? Like the technology issue?
I would like to have a woman's Jordan 5. You know what I'm saying? I love 5s, and I don't like the GS. I'm not a GS size, so you know what I'm saying? A 5 in men doesn't feel like a 5 for a kid. A 5 for a kid feels like it's a very light sneaker. It feels very flat in the inside. It doesn't have the support and the make like a men's 5. So, you know, there's a lot of things that suck for us.
So what makes a woman's Jordan 5?
Nah, Jordan gotta pay me for that. But they gotta pay me for that. But
What is it?
You know what it is? It's the fit, and it's also the technology, right? So it's not only fit, like what's gonna enhance the women's basketball game, because that's what the sneaker is, right? If it's a lifestyle sneaker, then let it be a lifestyle sneaker. But Jordan's a basketball sneaker, so if it's a woman's basketball sneaker, then that has to be designed for a woman basketball player. Like, you know, some women are not as tall as men in basketball, so our game is different. Some women have to jump really high, you know, they have to have that agility. So it's a whole different game. So we need a whole different sneaker.
They give y'all some bright ass hot pink and red and just say it's a woman's.
Like Sheryl Swoopes. Sheryl Swoopes has her own sneakers. That was a woman's sneaker, you know.
Yeah.
It was designed and made for a woman.
Right.
And so Jordan Brown would have to recreate something, you know, fly for a woman that's for us. But that's my opinion. I do have friends who really enjoy and really like the Rebel ones, the Reimagined pack. You know, they like all of those. Those are more trendier in my opinion. But there's also like the Reimagined pack has some Jordan clogs. So it was like, was that designed for, you know, walking up and down the avenues? No, that was designed for a really trendy Japanese girl walking through, you know, trying to flex in a different swag, a different style, you know, like that's not for sweats in the middle of, you know, January.
Right, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
But it's not to bash the brand. Like, love Jordan Brand, and I'm always gonna love Jay's. It's just an awareness. You know, female consumers ask a lot of questions. female consumers, you know, we're kind of different from guys, but we're very different from guys with respect to sneakers, how we pick sneakers, what we look for, what we like.
Right.
And it's, you know, the brand, Jordan brand they've done a lot. So it's not the same argument. You know, the argument years ago was we don't have anything. The argument was, you know, the size is not enough women exclusives. That fight, you know, that argument, that debate is gone. Now it's a new argument and it's a new debate. But why do we always pick on Jordan brand? Is because we love them, you know, and that's why I'm gonna pick on them forever, because I'm gonna make them step their shit all the way up, because I'm gonna be rocking J's, you know, till I'm like 90.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's what real friends
do. You know?
I'm gonna tell you the real.
You know?
Bull, you out here bullshit.
If you didn't care about Jordan brand, you wouldn't have such an opinion about it.
That's what I'm saying, you know? So it's like, sometimes you gotta stay yourself. Like, I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, yeah, I love Jordans, fuck that. You know, like, you gotta admit it, even though you wanna be anti-hype, you wanna be like, nah, everybody fucks with it. I'm trying something new this month, you know, 7 days of I'm not wearing this, but at the end of the day, you look yourself in the mirror and you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking Jordan head. Yeah, all right.
Like
did it.
Like you said in the article, the 3 things, like you fuck with Jordan because you saw this man, all this.
I'm telling you, it was right. You grew up watching Jordan, and you're like, and I was copping them as they were coming out. You know, I remember I copped the Flint 13s in, like, I don't know, 98, I think it was, 98, right? So I copped the Flint 13s, and true story, shout out to JR Kicks. He was in my class. I was like 2 months early with them, and I was stunting in class, and everybody's like, yo, how you got those? And it was just, I seen him play, and every single Jordan meant so much to me. He was an icon, you know?
Right.
So that's what started it, right? Like, his nickname is Air.
Right.
Like, Air.
Okay,
like,
but
you are,
on the other hand, though,
you know?
all OG Jordan.
And he was born in Brooklyn. Hello. Hello.
Okay, OG Jordan came out for Michael Jordan for men. So what do females expect to change? Like, I'm still trying to get to the bottom line of that.
You know what it is? There's the difference of opinions, right? So what do you want to change on it? The first thing you want to do is, we just want what you guys have, the same quality and the same like an Olympic 7 for men and an Olympic 7 for GS.
Totally different.
Trash.
Totally different.
But you know what? I know a lot of chicks who fight each other for a pair of Olympic 7s. Like, that's grails. You know, some sneakers are just grails for us because we didn't have them the same way.
Right.
Like Mocha 3s. I'm tight that my friends couldn't get Mocha 3s, because my friends are going to sit here and tell me to shut the hell up. I'm a men's size.
Yeah.
So I get to play with the boys, but I get to indulge in women's sneakers, and I get to dabble in extended GS. Right. So everybody's like, fuck you, but they don't get to experience this stuff. And, you know, we all remember Mocha 3s, you know, we're like, damn, yo, them shits is fire. And again, another brown sneaker, not for women. So it's like they're missing the color tones that we really would like.
Right.
And it's a nostalgia for us, you know, like I put in the article, you know, some of us, you know, we had somebody around us, male cousin, brother, uncle, father, who was rocking J's. And some of us, I admire men's fashion.
Right.
So I look at it, and I always, like, as a young girl, I learned my sneaker game from men. You know, it's not something that most of us female sneakerheads didn't grow up with a lot of homegirls that collected kicks. Right. That was something we did as loners or with the boys, or, you know, just because we had a passion to share on our own.
Right.
So here we go. We love some dudes that wear Jordans, you know, and we love sneakers. And we have, you know, father, uncle, brother, somebody who we see and we're like, damn, those shits are hot. I want a pair of sneakers. You know, I want those. And then you see Jordan play on TV. Girls love sports. You know, we love basketball and we love football and we love sports. So it's like, how are we not going to get the same thing? And then I'll see, you know, I'm going to use a Glove 9 again because it's like so, it was so exceptional. And it's a shame that, you know, women didn't get it. Or Pinnacle 4 snakes, you know.
Right.
My homegirl, laced up MD Michelle. Her 4 game is strong. And when I mean strong, it's like her pure money, she got OG pure money. It's like she got, her 4 game is like strong. And there's so many 4s that she has to sit out just because they didn't go down to a size 6.
That's crazy.
And that's a shame to fuck up her collection like that when she's been collecting side by side along with the men. So it's like, the debate is give us the same thing that's hot. Give us that quality that the men have and give us the same ones, like the same sneakers that you guys are like, yeah, I want to cop those. We want to cop them too, but we don't have that opportunity. Some of us don't have that opportunity. So I speak on behalf of them because, you know, there's a handful of women that I speak to about sneakers that we're going to get because we're, you know, similar sizing. Like I talked to Lizzie Shoe Game, like me and her, we already know like what size you getting those in, then I know what size I'm getting those in because, you know, we know each other's like foot size and stuff, but we always politicking about, you know, next cops and things like that, the same way you guys do.
Right.
But some of the information is limited, sizing is limited. Shout out to like Dee Dee. Dee Dee's always like, that sneaker's not coming less than a size 7. She always know the specs.
Right.
But would you,
So
would you
she's
say
always like,
your opinion is different because you could fit in a man's 8? Or what, you say you wear a size 8 in men?
yeah, I'm 8 in men.
So was your,
sometimes 7.5, depending on what the sneaker is.
So would you say your argument is for all females, or you would say your opinion is different because you could wear men's?
I would say my position is for all women, you know, not just based on off of my sizing. Like I have a worldly and a global view of this particular issue with that particular brand, because guess what, there's a lot of other brands going in for women. You know, Reebok is predominantly, you know, they make women's, they have a whole women's line, they make whole women's sneakers made just for women. You have companies that make sneakers just for women. Why don't we pick on them? Because Jordan brand is our freaking baby, you know, like it's something that, you know, and a lot of women might not agree with that point, but I believe that if we just think about it and think about it really like good, like why are we so, you know, opinionated with Jordan brand? It's because we want something from them and we want something more.
The female is opinionated no matter in all subjects though.
I mean, you know what it is? Scientifically, we have more serotonin in our brains. So, you know, we move, we think faster. That's why we overthink, we analyze. So, you know, we moving.
That sounds about right. So did you ever hear?
We moving.
Did you ever hear about the story of the little girl that wrote a letter to Steph Curry about Curry not having shoes in girl sizes?
Yeah.
What's your take on that? So you think that all shoes?
He shouldn't have shoes anymore. He shouldn't have shoes anymore.
Why? Because of that reason? Or because of what?
Nah, just first of all, I'm Under Armour, right? CEO. Shout out to Dej. I just finished talking about this a few minutes ago. So he supported Trump open and out, like from jump. And then he took it back. And then he was sitting on council, a special council. And now his stocks, you know, the stock is going low. Under Armour's, you know, they can't do it. Love the tech. Let's not shit on Under Armour's tech. They're always advanced and beyond a lot of these brands. So shout out to the tech, right? The hover system is dope. But their position so fast to be in bed with Trump just because, you know, they want to say, oh, you know, we have a business leader, and boom, backfired to them because they lost stock and they lost some business. But they were so quick to jump on that and then correct themselves and politically correct themselves. And they may think, you know what, they know it affected them, but they didn't think that it would in sports, where I think a lot of companies learned the hard way. So I don't support them off a jump for that. So of course they're going to take this opportunity to do damage control. Of course they're going to take the opportunity. Like, to me, they're riding a wave with that. So did I think it was genuine? It would have been genuine if the media didn't cover it as much as they did. But the media went berserk with it. So, you know, me, I look at things very closely. So as you can see,
but now, okay.
That's my position on it, you know.
Yeah, everybody has an opinion. So,
you know why I like to put my money, I like to back my money by the brands that I feel like back me and my beliefs. And I could choose to do that. And some people are not so conscious with their purchases. They just, they in this culture for so many different reasons. There's so many different beings. I'm just me. That's just where I have a sneaker conscious.
A lot of people are in it for hype.
You know what?
It's sad to say. It's sad to say.
But it's like, define it, right? Define what it is. It's
define
like
what hype is?
You got some people, right? They live in the middle of nowhere, right? They don't have a big culture of friends and outgoing people, and they may have loved sneakers by them damn selves. So their culture and their definition of culture and community is on social media. And then you have some people that you grew up in the cities and you out there. So your definition of culture is in the streets. So when people say the sneaker culture, the sneaker community, what you talking about? And where's the hype? Because there's hype in the street and then there's hype in social media. Like out here, you know, we beasting for something and then social media is beasting for something. It may not always be the same thing.
My brain just exploded. Like, that really makes sense now that you just said that. Because you say like,
yo, right now, Instagram is an app. If they shut Instagram down tomorrow, a lot of people won't be sneakerheads.
True. You know, it's crazy. I heard somebody said, I forgot who said this shit. They said everybody's one phone bill away from not having a phone opinion. And I thought about that. I was like, damn, that's real. Because
True.
Phone bills
and you know, some people only collect to be part of social media.
That's
you know,
that's where my brain is.
I call the sneaker culture Sweet Valley High, because it's like, you got the cool kids, they got the nerds, you know, then you got the seniors, you got the cocky seniors. So it's like, then you got the freshmen. So, and then there's a lot of politics in between. So we're just straight up Sweet Valley High out this bitch.
Like, you just made me think about some stuff totally different with the social media comment. Okay, so if someone's culture is social media, now I understand why they have to buy shoes to get likes. Because that's their culture.
I mean, they buy shoes, rent shoes, let's
all type of shit.
Keep it 100.
No,
they rent
pictures.
Rent shoes.
Just for the picture.
Like, they out here renting shoes just for the picture, or just flipping them right after. But social media just it gave people a voice. You know, us sneaker people, we could hide behind on foots and never really expose ourselves and have a wonderful following and have opportunities and friends. And, you know, and some people do it for those reasons. And then you have the people that all they want is just some attention. And sneakers is the way they're going to get it. Why? Because we're such a freaking open community. Yeah. It's like anybody new comes in, you love sneakers. We love you. We love you. You're, you know, our friends. You're our brother, our sister. And then some bullshit happens and everybody's beefing. And that to me is, that blows my mind. Like, we all like the same thing. We love the same thing. We're so passionate about it that we get mad at each other. Like, that's part of what we do. And so many people outside the sneaker culture, everyone outside the sneaker culture looks at us like, the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, why do you have all these sneakers? Like, you know, someone told me, again, I heard this week, oh, so-and-so loves sneakers, but they grew out of it. And that fucks me up because there's no age limit to this shit. Like,
it really ain't.
But that's the outside perception, right? So if we already have the outside looking at us some type of way, motherfuckers got the nerve to look at each other some type of way and we all do the same fucking shit. Like, stop.
Right, so wait,
just
so
stop.
You don't think it's possible to grow?
It's wild.
Possible to grow out of sneakers, like
I think
lose the love.
Fall out of love. Fall out of love. Possibly, but to me, I question if you ever loved it, and if that's the case, if that was ever your real true love. Like, this is my true love, is my life. You know, it's something I've done all my life. I don't know what it is not to wake up on Saturday and be focused, laser focused on sneakers. You know, I don't know what it is not to talk about sneakers or to text someone all day long. For like, I'm gonna say the last 20 years, you know? So it's like, it's a lifestyle. So some people it's a lifestyle. Some people it literally is just a hobby, or it literally is just a passion.
Monetary gain or some shit like that.
There's a lot of people, I mean, we've allowed brands to exploit us in that way because, put it like this, everybody's taking outfits, everybody's repping sneakers hype. Brands get what, 50 million in free marketing, like per hot sneaker or something like that, because of everybody who's reposting, blogging, taking pictures on foot. So it's like, we're sitting here and we're giving them all this free marketing. So why do they need to pay anybody to rep the brands? Why do they need to give out free product? They fucking don't, because everybody's in this shit anyway.
Right. And when they do, it's not nobody of the culture.
No, it's whoever has
the most followers.
Because you said it. Guess what? We all follow each other. So who we flexing for if we all follow each other? They need to get outside the market. They need the makeup artists. They need the people that's already not going to buy the sneaker to want a pair of sneakers. So of course we're not going to be their focus. But I try to really talk to my friends and coach people that I know, like, look, don't let these people take advantage of you for free, like these brands, because that's what they do. And you know, and if you're serious about really fucking with some brands, then your content game better be serious. And that's if you like going in 100 on social media. You know, people on social media, shout out to them. They have the time and the passion to do it. Me, I like putting on the sneakers and going.
Right.
And that's, you know, that's it. That's my flex. And sometimes I don't even have a minute to put my phone down and take a picture of what I'm wearing on my feet. So it's like, some people, that's their hobby, right? They'll go and do the photography for it. They have themes, ideas, they like graphics. So everybody has, you know, micro passion within the passion.
Yep.
So everybody got a part. It just depends on what your part is, how serious.
What your part is, what your tier is.
So what you Sun Valley High?
What's your tier? And people be like, oh, this shouldn't be. We're all equal. We all collect. But it's like, nah. If you play basketball, right? You the rookie, and then there's the person that scored the most points, right? And there's that person that's out there killing the game. So it's like, sneaker collecting is a sport. I consider it a sport because they got us like rats. We all chasing the same hot sneaker, trying to figure out where to get it, how to get it. We used to be like, everybody used to be linked, helping each other get kicks. But now it's like every man for him and himself.
It's really competitive now.
People losing friendships every day, B.
I mean, it's competitive. So it's like, yeah, this is our sport. So in sports, you have people that's been playing a long time and they should be really good. So if you copping kicks for a long time, you should be able to cop them real easy, real good. And you got a lot of you got a lot of arms, your network is good. So it's like
relationships and all the shit.
You different. So some people, you know, a lot of new people need to recognize when somebody different.
People that can come in the game with nothing but money and can catch up with us.
But you know what? Real sneakerheads, we see you. And we can see them because your collection speaks for you. Your collection says it. Like, I see somebody and I'm like, man, you bought like 3 pairs of OGs to say you've been OG in it forever. Like, those you could find. You know, like, you know what OGs you could find out there in the world. I'm like, they just got that shit. But you, real sneaker collectors know what time it is. So it's like,
because you could drop,
you know,
you could drop a
I'll
gem
pull out
on
some
they wouldn't
shit.
even know what you was talking about.
I'll pull out like a old sneaker that didn't even matter. It didn't matter then, and it still don't matter now. But you look at it and you're like, damn. Like for 30 Days of Reebok, that was fun for me, but not on social media. Like every day I was wearing a different pair of Reebok. I had a Reebok playlist. I took every song that mentions the word Reebok and I put it into one playlist. And I was playing my Reebok playlist, and like it was just such a fun month, and I have a great time with it. So yeah, it's fun, you know, and that's my life. It's fun sneakers. So it's like I did that and I had a great time. Did I forget some days to take pictures of my feet? Yeah, because in real life I'm enjoying it with the people who I want to enjoy with. I'm playing the playlist for my friends, and you're definitely doing that. But I pulled out some Reebok, like the Sean Carters, right? So I got a few pairs of some Sean, but then I had the exclusive one because they only made like 300 pairs of it. It was like an all 3M one. It was from the Sean Carter collection, right? So it came with the dust bags. We're talking about 02, 03 when they didn't even really have dust bags and shit. So, you know, here I go, I'm pulling those out. Nobody cared about them then. Nobody really cares about them now. But because I pulled them out, it's like, oh, dudes. Like, you can go try to find them if you want. I highly doubt you're going to find one. And then in good condition, because I wear them like once or twice. But, I mean, that's you can tell when someone is authentic and has done this for a long time by their collection. And people confront us. I mean, it's okay. Are you going to make genuine connections? You might not, because he's sleeping, thank God. And what up, AJ? He's asking for my dog. So you don't make the genuine connections, you know? You don't really get to feel people. And one of the things I've loved about the community is, like, I love everybody. Like, there's not, you know, I don't sit here and say, oh, I don't like this person, whatever. Everyone's so dope. They're so unique. Like, everyone has their own curation, you know? It's like artwork. I'm like, oh, what do you have? Oh, those are nice. What did you like? What don't you like, you know? So it's like everybody has their own spin and their own taste on it. But for some reason, there's this competition and this idea of same. And we're not the same. None of us could claim king or queen, because we all have different collections. And all of our collections are fire, but they're all very different.
All right, shout out to Dee Dee. But what I want to ask you is, because I know Dee Dee always be talking about this, does it really matter if you know the history about a shoe to love that shoe?
So it goes back to the tiers, right? So if you a nerd and you a sneaker nerd, you a sneaker nerd. If you a jock and you don't know shit, you play the sport, and you a jock, you don't know shit, you play the sport. So I think it's how you want to be classified or considered, right? Me, I have to know my history. I have to know my tech. I have to know my material. I have to know my dates, my release dates, my restock date. I need to know where it was indexed, if it came out in Japan, if it came out in China. I need to know this shit, because this is going to help me with my next cop, and it's going to help me understand what's retroing why and why it's hot. Knowing all those facts, you know if a sneaker is going to pop or not. I don't need to see social media to say, oh, that sneaker is going to be fire. I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's crack. Why? Because that was from the 25th anniversary. They took this one. Oh, look, that's the Biotech colorway. Like, you just know your history when you look at shit. And then there's some people that just buy to buy, you know, they see it, they see Sneaker News, they see Sneaker Bar Detroit, they see all these blogs, and they're like, ooh. But then you have the people that don't.
But what about,
it's how you want to be
classified. The people that
classified.
buy shoes just because they like that shoe? Like, they honestly love that shoe.
We all buy shoes because they just like that shoe. Like, I don't know how many people buy a shoe that because they don't like the shoe. We all like the shoe, but
Well, people buy
some people
shoes.
superficially like it, right?
Because it's high.
It's like how some guys get girlfriends, right? They look at her in Fashion Nova and they're like, she. And some people, they like the technology, like the 720s. Who doesn't love the giant bubbles, you know? Who doesn't love that full, you know, air unit? So it's like, what do you love about the shoe? We all love the shoe when we see it. It's what do you love about it? Everybody has something different that they love about sneakers.
What if the thing you love about it is just the way it looks?
Which would mean color and material.
Yeah,
so they like the color. They like the color and the material, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But what if they don't know nothing about the history? Like, I feel
like
we
their
can argue
choice.
about this. Yeah, that's what
that's
I'm saying.
Their choice.
Yeah, I think
like that's
but
their
does
choice.
That make them less of a person to have that shoe than someone that knows the history?
Put it like this. Let's take it back to my analogy. It doesn't put you in the senior class with the smart kids. You feel me? It doesn't put you in the senior class. You're just a senior in the class of good-looking people that don't know a lot. So it's like, I believe you should know why you out there repping something that you love so much, right? People buy cell phones. Do they not do research? People buy cars. Do you not know why you want that car and how that car is going to speak for you? You know, I know a lot of guys who do not wear Trues, you know? So you have to know something about some sneakers. You're not going to go out there all blind and crazy. I think it really falls within the people that don't want to know the history. It's because their interest is different in the sneakers. But at the end of the day, it's too much to learn. Like, you will be going back and learning history from 30 years ago. Half of these people don't even, you know, half of people don't even like school. Not to say they're not successful. You could be very successful without school, but for people, you don't want to go back to school, especially sneaker school. Like, who wants to sit here and learn, you know, why, you know, what year the first Jordan, you know, Jordan 1 came out, first retro, second retro, third retro, you know, who the hell wants to learn all the colorways? They learn as they go. And
I
there's
feel
not
like
many OGs. There's not many more OGs.
I feel like if you love it enough, you'll do your research on your own time.
I'm
It was
different.
just you know what? It was a different time period back in the day, you know. So it's like you had East Bay, right? That's how I became so tech smart, I think, because I used to read everything under the East Bay. So I used to read all the fabrics, the materials, what it did. I would circle the sneakers I want, tab them, you know, like we had a different life. I used to go to the Avenue, sit in the sneaker store, go in the back room, try everything on, like it was just a different time. And you had to go outside and get sneakers. So you had to make friends. You had to go, I had to go on the train, you know, from Brooklyn to the Bronx because they didn't sell the Air F1s in Brooklyn because we wasn't hot with them in Brooklyn. Bronx was hot with them. Harlem was hot with them. So it's like, that's why they call uptowns in New York. So, because that's where they were hot, uptown. So, you know, that was the way of life. It's different now. Now you go online and you could just look at a sneaker and the history. If you want to click on it, you click on it. So it's the same thing. It's a choice. Will I say you sit in a table with me in terms of what I like to be classified as a sneaker collector? No.
Right.
But it's part of tiers and it's okay. It's just how you want to be viewed.
How about the word sneakerhead? Because I personally don't like that word.
Well, it's, you know what's crazy about that word? I hate the term was created to be, you know, derogatory. It was meant like anything like crackhead, chickenhead. It was meant to say we don't know anything but sneakers. Like, oh, you just like sneakers. You're just a sneakerhead. Mm-hmm. So it started off, and of course, we take ownership of the word and we empower the word. And now it's cool to be a sneakerhead. Me, I don't like people that saying, oh, she's a sneakerhead. I'm a collector. I'm a historian, I call myself, a guru, a connoisseur, whatever you want to call me, but I don't really like sneakerhead for myself. But I see some people take ownership of it, and I'm not mad at it.
I feel like that's like calling somebody a pothead. It's like
It is.
I'm not a pothead. I just like smoking.
It's created. It was created to say something about us. It was
1 hour. We got another hour coming up. I don't know about a whole hour, but we got some more time coming up.
Shit. What time is it?
It's still early. 10:30.
Okay.
We started early. You know, we might not go past 11, but you know, we still got some more shit to talk about. Shout out to our special guest, KIXIEJIXIE from NY.
Oh shit. We're back, and we're back again. KIXIEJIXIE. This is episode. I forgot what episode it is.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Okay, like I said, I got a list of female shoes that I kind of just wrote down that's considered iconic female shoes that came out recently. But before that, I want to know what's your take on the females finally get a shoe of their own and then the guys are buying them up.
okay.
So what's your take on that part before I go to the list?
I think that women, you know, they're putting us in a war, you know, men-female war. We get a sneaker. It's a very small number of sneakers. It's not as much as the men get. So there's more female consumers that buy sneakers than men. So here we are pulling each other's hair off for pulling off the lace fronts for some sneakers. And now the men want to come and buy them to resell it to us when they know damn real there's not many female resellers. Right. So you know that you're going to buy that sneaker to flip it off to a chick. So it's like there's so many problems with that because we buy them at resale and I have to include myself in that. There's so much shit I had that resale because the brands didn't make sure that we get it first, that we touch it. Mm-hmm. Should they do that? Men say that's discrimination because men always have an opinion when it comes up to women's stuff. But is the women sitting here and giving an opinion to exclusives? No, because they can't touch them anyway. But now a woman gets a satin shatter backboard and now you gotta buy it at resale or fight the guys for it. So it's like it's a little fucked up.
It is. Do you think that these stores should only sell female releases to females?
They'll have a lot of backlash for it. And, there's a lot of talk about unisex. There's a lot of talk about not defining it as men and women. I feel like, why not let y'all men get
everything
male releases all the time? It's just not defined as male releases. But when your foot starts at a size 8 and up, the sneakers start at 8 and up, yeah, you're excluding a whole freaking gender.
True.
So it's all how you put it. So if you want to call it a small foot release, yeah, should they have small foots only? Yeah, you made the sneaker for small feet, so have a small foot release, if you want to put it like that, because you have big foot releases all the time.
That's true. What about stores that make you put on the shoe before you leave the store?
Dope. Make them all do that. You know how many times I threw on a sneaker in the store and walked out of it? Dope. But nothing wrong with it. Only if you're a reseller that you care that much. Or only if you're buying it for someone else you really care that much. But me, dope. I'll walk right out the store with it.
Happily.
Done it 100 times. Millions of times.
I'm going to have to start getting back to that. I ain't did it in a while. Just like, hey, no, let me go ahead and wear these up. I won't say I'm clumsy, but it's always somebody around me that's clumsy. I'm like, motherfucker, I just got these goddamn shoes.
You need a good cleaner.
Right, that's it.
EB Kicks.
Yeah, I'll fuck with you. EB Kicks is I've been using it for many years. I use it on things, I test it out. I'm dangerous. I test it on different things.
Yeah, right.
E herself be like, why did you do that? Why did you test it on that? And I'm like, because I'm dangerous. Like, I put it on vintage shit that's breaking, and I'll just change the material I use to clean it. So I'll use a microfiber towel, or I'll use suede on suede with some EB Kicks. It'll brighten up whatever color suede. So I use a red piece of suede on like some motorsports or something like that. I clean it backwards with the EB Kicks. Beautiful. So I'm just a little, dangerous. But yeah, dope cleaner will fix that problem.
Shout out to EB Kicks.
Chances make chances.
That's my cleaner of choice right now too. Very organic.
Yeah.
Okay,
important.
so I got a list of what I said, like female
sneakers. Okay.
quote unquote female sneakers. I'm gonna just name the shoes and then you just tell me what you think about it. So
Sure.
first shoe I'm gonna say is the Vashtie 2s.
Whew. Most iconic female Jordan created.
Okay.
She was the first, and
She was the first.
I'm biased. I love 2s. I didn't fall in love with J's at 1s, so this one party that's going on for the past 2 years, it has to stop. But 2s, even 2 lows, I love. But 2s is where I fell in love with Jordan. So Vashtie 2 was like iconic for personal reasons and just because she was the first to really do it. I think it's a proper shade, it's a proper color, and it's a luxury model. Like a 2 for small feet is still the same quality as a 2 for men. That's why the Don C's 2s for women, for small feet, were very successful, because we finally, other women finally got to feel, that quality and that luxury, the nice box, everything that you guys get.
Right. All right. Next shoe was the Sheryl Swoopes signature shoe.
Sheryl Swoopes 4 will forever be on top 5 in my Grail list, in the top 5. It's basically a foam posit for women.
True.
So, and at the time, men were fiending for those too. So, men fiending for women's sneakers ain't a new thing.
No, Coral 6s, Aqua 8s.
Yeah, it's not a new thing. So, correct. So, she's the only one that had her own signature line. So, those sneakers are forever, should be, important to women. But like you said, people don't want to know the history. Some of them don't like to know the history. They'll never understand why a sneaker is amazing and why they should have it when they don't know the history. So a Swoop, a lot of women overlooked it. And then when they understand that it is a basketball sneaker made for women, they're like, oh, I should have got it. But you didn't care to know that history before. So sometimes it matters, right?
You should have swooped them when they came out.
Should have swooped them. I actually have a pair that I'm restoring now just to back out. Because I have a few pairs of OGs that they ready, but they're not in great condition.
Okay. Well, when you do,
Yeah, make sure you tag us.
Let us
know. We want to see that restoration for real.
Oh, you'll see.
All right, the season of her ones, the whole pack.
The Easter egg collection, the Easter Jordan. I didn't like them. I thought the quality was decent on them. I was pretty surprised. I saw them in an outlet. I actually bought one. I bought the lightest shade of purple because it matches with a gown I have, and I wanted to wear them with a gown. I think it's very basic. It's nice that they did that collection. It was very cute. It's very girly, very feminine. But again, it's a man sneaker. They took it in different colors and they fixed it up.
Right.
Did a lot of women like it? Yeah, a lot of women went and copped it, and they liked the assortment of monotone color is big for women. So it was cool. Will I call it iconic? No, never, not at all, nowhere near it.
All right, next on the list,
Got
the OG Aleali May ones.
I can't say her name. She has so many syllables. Everyone laughs at me.
Aleali.
I call her Lala Lala. So I'm like, you know that girl, Lala Lala? And Lala Lala, the one with too many syllables? It's way too many syllables. I got them because when I saw them in person, I was like, oh. But I didn't like the satin that was used, so I got a little upset at them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What about the Vogue 3s?
The AWOC 3s.
I think they just fucked up on how they released that sneaker and the true material of that sneaker. It should have been a harder twill. It should have been more of a Chanel like twill. I think the color choices were poor because you really couldn't see the AWOC and the Vogue stand out on the twill. In the age where Nike's giving us Swarovskis, they better bring it with every fucking collaboration. Every fucking brand better bring it, because you can't even take a decent picture of a Swarovski because you can't capture what that sneaker really do.
True.
So if another brand ain't bringing it like a Swarovski 97 for women, go all the way home. So the Vogue 3 wasn't, to me, it didn't capture Anna Wintour. It didn't capture what Vogue is really about. And, I mentioned that I think a way to release that specific sneaker would have been to have an event specifically for women in media in the sneaker community, because that would have empowered the women in the sneaker community that do write and that do journalism, because Anna Wintour, she's queen, journalist. She started from very humble beginnings within publication and industry, and it would have been a great opportunity to acknowledge the women that go in, because sneaker blogging is male dominated. Sneaker network, sneaker industry, sneaker podcast, male dominated, and it's hard for us women to sit at the table with y'all. It's hard, for us to be able to communicate with each other. So that would have been a great opportunity to just say, you know what, let me get all the females, let's recognize them and let's give them something. Let's work with them on something. But they flopped on that, and that's why that sneaker was in every outlet.
True. That's crazy.
What about
so I'll take you like the ones better.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about the Vogue ones?
Those are my babies. I love my red Vogue ones, only because you can never have too much monotone. I didn't like the Jordan one with the zipper, but I do love Anna Wintour, and I really do love Chanel. So that was it for me. So I needed to have a Vogue, just not every single Vogue.
All
right, next shoe I got on the list is the Rebel ones.
I always say the Jordan himself wear a fucking zipper. He didn't wear a zipper, Jordan, so why the fuck are we getting one? It's like,
that's crazy.
Jordan Brand's answer to women is a zipper.
Right.
So because
maybe Juanita
it's a zipper. So like, why do we need another zipper? So they're not iconic to me. This list is biased. It's all Jordans.
It is
a lot more. There's a lot more sneakers
Jordans
for women.
Jordans.
that are iconic. So Jordan Brand.
After the list, we're gonna name your top 5 iconic female Snickers. But next on the list, I got the shattered backboard ones, satin ones.
That's the sneaker that calmed the women down. That's the sneaker that spoke to women. That's the sneaker that we've been waiting for Jordan Brand to say, this is for you. This is for her. Because one is the colorway that we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It's the colorway that men want, and we got it. And it just felt so good to punch you in the balls like that and say, it's for us.
And what? For
we
real?
got the Royals.
Oh, it was good to punch you in the balls and say, you know what? We got it. It's for us. It's a shattered backboard colorway, and guess what? It's fucking satin, baby. It's satin with some bomb leather. So it's like, take that. So it felt good, it felt good. And so, they had enough. There's still a lot of women who didn't get them, but they had enough, for women, and a lot of guys is rocking them. So those I would have to put higher up there than a lot that you just named. Not a Vashtie though.
So next thing I got on the list, next shoe is the Rox Brown ones with the rose on the back.
Yeah, I know which ones they are. Me personally, I like the way they looked on others, but not for myself. Me playing with getting men's sneakers and playing with the big boys sitting at, that table, it's when I see some sneakers, like back-to-back women's sneakers that are coming out, I'm not too excited because then I'll see something that's coming out for men, and I'm like, damn, like, Wing Fives for men quality was amazing. The five Paris is Flea. Like, between all those sneakers, there's a lot of other men's sneakers that are doper, and I need to get those. So it's like, I think a lot of women respect it and love that they're putting out Rox Browns for them. Right. But me being having a different foot size, I want to say that it's not enough for the women. I want to say it's not enough for them. I want to say give them something more. But they're also giving them a new figure to believe in, a new figure to rock with. And I think Rox Brown herself is dope. So that's why, I thought it was a good fit for the brand, that they haven't had a good fit in a long time. She's a good fit.
Side note, a lot of people would ask this. Who the fuck is Rox Brown?
Rox Brown, yeah, right? Like, why do you get a Jordan?
Why do you get a Jordan?
Style. She's styles. So when you dabble into styling and having that influence over, rappers, athletes, brands wanna fuck with you because you have an influence. You set a tone. You make a statement. You say something. So they want to see how it translates into sneakers.
And right now, more than ever,
she got one and the Air Force One.
I like the AF1 low. I thought it was super cute.
Uptown.
And I thought it was cute.
Next
at the brunch event, all like 4 women came in with it, and they were just taking reflective pictures. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
Next on the list is another Aleali May, the one with the fur. The
Next. No.
Hey, what's wrong with that shoe?
It's like made of felt. I don't even know what. It's like a felt sneaker. It looks like a Fisher Price colorway. It wasn't even done like the Viotech. The Viotech had a flow and a pattern and a feel.
True.
This one was just like, take that, take that, take that, and then have this like frontal bush in the front. It was like a vagina bush. So you that's how I see it. And when I see a sneaker a certain way, I can't fuck with it. So the vagina bush.
Like us IG people gave it that biotech name too.
I mean, it's not the biotech name. It's the concept reutilized.
I'm about to for sure start calling it.
I honestly don't think she even knew what a biotech dunk was. It just
Please.
like that.
The vagina one.
She probably didn't, but they probably presented it because, I mean, these people don't truly go in there and create, ooh, this is what we're going to do. They're presented all kinds of, you have to know what capabilities you have to, when designing. You have to know what materials you can use. You have to know what colors you can use. You have to know they don't give you endless possibilities and you go in there and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. You have to have some formula to start with. So that's what they do. A lot of women liked it. I thought it was a cute concept. Cute. When I use the word cute, it's a little, it's like, oh, you're so cute. So I think it was a cute concept. Again, I don't like to knock. I don't want to knock these items for women. This is my, it's my opinion because I wear men's size. But these women who never had a men's size shoe, these are amazing to them. This is like, they could get fly in them, they could swag in them, and they're recognizable. So people say, oh, those are kind of exclusive. You know, they didn't come out everywhere. Those are very nice. Right. So that's why women would like these sneakers, and that's why they are viewed the way they are. Just in my opinion, no.
Okay. What about that 10 that came out with the biotech one?
I think I posted about that, the horridness of it. Maya Moore? How you do that to Maya Moore? Like, she got more rings on. She got more rings than some people on her roster at Jordan Brand. How you do that to her? I just don't get that. So it's like, she needs her own sneaker. Why can't you take the time? They're so scared to design for women. They're so scared to design a basketball sneaker for women. That's crazy to me.
When you say design, you're talking about their own model.
A silhouette, a design, silhouette. For women. Yeah.
They need you over there.
They've been known to be very rigid. So I don't know what they think. I don't like some shit that comes out, like all this patent leather that's coming out. Right. The fuck are you thinking? Like, why? Like, stop raping the ones. The ones have been raped. They can't even recover. You know what I'm saying? They can't even go into rape abuse recovery mode because. And
I got 2 more shoes on the list, and they're both ones.
Keep going then. Keep going with the rape.
That's the 2 I got left was the Carolina blue ones that come on Valentine's Day, and then the black and gold ones. But we already got your opinion on that. So let me go another way. So it's 2019. Nike's and Jordan are giving shoes to influencers. What do you appreciate that Jerry Lorenzo, fear of God, he got his own silhouette?
He killed it too. So shout out to him because not only did he get it, but he slayed it. And sometimes when you have that creativity, no matter how long you've been around, no matter what you're doing, you can't knock somebody's hustle and what they actually accomplish. Right. And I think what he accomplished, like I love the fear gods. Yeah. Those, you know what I'm saying? Hey, boss. Them shits is boss. And again, women are not going to be able to enjoy those. So again, this is the fight. So you can have this conversation with me, but a lot of women you can't because they not touching those. The item is not being touched.
Yeah, that's what I say. That shoe is not for me, but I can appreciate that he pushed for his own silhouette, right?
And it came out. You know what I love about that sneaker is that it's a vibe. So that's not a sneaker you can wear with everything. You need a certain type of pants for that. As a man, you can't rock your normal pair of jeans. You can't rock your normal attire. You can't wear your normal sweatsuit. You got to have a certain jogger for that because of the design. And
you gotta get that mumble rap.
Yeah, you gotta. Don't knock the mumble rap. Let me tell you, I'm well over age to enjoy it, and I enjoy a lot of these. I enjoy a lot of these kids.
What's crazy, I was really on the fence about those. Like I always like, man, I want them boxing boot looking ass shoes and all that. But I seen what's his name? Deezus from Deezus and Merrill. He had them on the day. They was on like Jimmy Kimmel. He had them on.
Okay.
I was like, they actually look kind of nice on his foot. I don't know, maybe how he had them because he had the right jeans to wear with
There's
him.
a couple people that just
Yeah,
make shit look.
He had them looking raw, and I was like, okay, all right.
I am
the jeans with the shoes. I might fuck with them.
I unboxed with Lizzie Shoe Game. We do live unboxing with each other, and when I showed them to her, she was like, "Yeah, I need those," and I'm like, "You see that, right?" And she's like, "You right, they fire." So everything from the packaging, and sometimes a box can persuade me. I have a lot of sneakers I shouldn't have because I wanted panda boxes and shit. So it's like the box on those, the way the packaging was, the way they came out, you know. Even I picked up from Nike, and they had a special bag for them, a special tote. So it was like everything you get with them is amazing. So I love those. So I'm not mad at Jerry Lorenzo, because just like I'm not mad at Virgil Abloh, he did his thing. He went and he did his thing. He cut up some Nikes. Nobody else did it. So, and let me rephrase that before somebody says Reebok did it before them, blah 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 blah. What I mean is they didn't do it to those specific models and that line and in those colors, and kind of create a culture, a subculture of its own with all the off-white in the sneaker culture. So,
and he didn't just hit us with one shoe. I don't know how the fuck he pulled it off, but he hit us with 10 shoes.
You know what? A lot of people will criticize the lines and say, "Oh, it's hype." But I walked into 21 Mercer on, I think it was the day before release, and they had such a setup and such a curation. They had all of them, all of the 10 everywhere, the original 10. And it was so overwhelming to look at. And when I seen it, I was like, this is fucking dope. And I started looking at the one really good. I started looking at them really good. And I'm like, nah, people is sleep. Like, this ain't hype. Like, the placement of the colors, the placement of the translucence, the placement of everything was really nice. So people want to shit on them because they don't have them. That's what it is. People want to sit there and be like, "Oh, fights are hype. Oh, fights." It's just you don't have them.
Guilty.
You can't touch them. So it's like, you know, but the people that are touching them, you had to work to get those. You wasn't getting those. Nobody's giving those out to sneaker collectors. Nobody's sitting there and hooking people up for them because Nike knows.
Wasn't hitting you back for those.
So you have, you know, some sneakers is just be like that.
Okay, we got Air Max Day coming up. We have one of your fellow New Yorkians, Queen Leo. I followed her on Instagram. I followed her a while before I met her at conference.
Hi, Gabby. Shout out to Gabby. That's the homie.
What do you think about her shoe?
Her shoe is spicy. I like the concept of it, and I like the skin tones. The skin tones spoke to me. I like that it's la mezcla, which is like the mix up. You know, it's like the melting pot of everything. So, I love the sneaker. I love Air Maxes in general. I'm a Max lover. I'm a little prejudiced though. I'm like 95s and 97s, 90s. Not really me, but I know a lot of people who love 90s, but
What
90s ain't
about
really my
Air
thing, and
Max?
ones ain't my thing either. Nah, I'm strictly like I'm 97 over 95, but I used to be
Okay.
95 over
I'm,
97, and
yeah.
I don't like any new 97s. All my 97s are OG.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
really, not too much. I mean, the Swarovskis, yeah, it's like some are like, I call them continuance pieces. They're like the modern versions of
Right.
my old loves. But for the most part, I love Air Max. So Gabby, I'm just so like, I know her, so it's like, oh my God, I know someone who was selected for Air Max Day, and I voted for that sneaker
Right.
without knowing that it was her to start off with, because I'd just be scrolling too fast through my app because it'd be just closing on me all the time. So I'm like scared to spend time in the Nike app. So I voted for it not knowing, and when I found out that it was her, I was like so happy. It's
That's
dope.
dope.
I can't wait.
Shout out to Gabby.
Shout out, Gabby.
That shoe won't come out in women's though, right? It's gonna only come out in men's.
To my knowledge, I thought it was coming out in women, so not sure.
Oh, okay. You might know more than me.
Or the men's, or what it is it'll be men's size 3 and up, because
Oh,
that's the new definition of men's. Men's is now going down to a size 3, but guess what? Whoever's a size
Yeah.
3 is going to pay that 220 or them heavy 180 prices. So you ain't getting away with GS no more.
Nah. They cashing out for them.
Mhm.
okay, like we said, after the list, I already done with the list. What do you consider your top 5 iconic female sneakers?
See, it's not iconic female sneakers, it's iconic sneakers. So it's like women have our top fives, most of our top fives are not women's sneaker. I may be an exception just because I love 5411s. I love Reebok Freestyle Highs. That's like, that's the sneaker that made me a collector, and I'm always going to respect it. That's the sneaker that was like, yo,
Right.
I was a kid and my mom was like, yo, which one you want? And when I looked at her, I seen in my head all of them. And I was like, I want the green ones first, and then I want the blue ones, and then I want the red ones. So that's the sneaker I gotta say turned me into a sneakerhead. So I'm gonna always put that sneaker up there. But good female sneakers to me, blazers. They've always done female, blazers. Um,
Yeah. For sure.
and they've always done texture materials like leather on them, which are really good. Um, were they made for women? No, but they have women's versions. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex,
I think. Yeah. I would say. I think with Blazers, they for sure did like.
they did women's versions. They do
Yeah.
women's
Yeah. Yeah. They
blazers.
did. They
But it
did.
wasn't originally a women's sneaker, but they do women's versions.
Yeah.
So, I'll put that as a good women's sneaker. I have like some favorite women's sneakers. Jeremy Scott. Jeremy Scott always did his thing to design for her in mind. Stella McCartney. Stella McCartney. She took a NMD and made a NMD high before, you know,
Oh, yeah. For
anybody
sure.
thought to even do a NMD high, and she did it really high, like mid calf. So she
Shout out
did,
to Stella.
yeah, she did some dope shit.
She got her
Um,
groove back.
what other women's stuff I like? The Jordan 15 boots that nobody liked, for the PSNYs. The knee-high boots.
Olive green? No, wait,
No,
we talking knee
we're
high.
talking about the women's boots. They're black and they go all the way up the knee. They only came out for runway.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
They
They came
was
out, olive and black and white ones came out, but they were knee high.
the men's ones were the olive, the olive 15, that was a woven, and then it also came with a black suede one for the men. But then the women had a tall boot. It was like a hooker boot.
Like
And
the Converse that laces up all the way to the fucking
yes,
knee.
there you go. Should a woman get her hands on those? A lot of them don't like it when they see it, But if when you see it in person and you see that leather and it's just like a whole leather up the boot, when you see how it's made and the design, you're like, OMG, like this is a piece you want to have in the middle of your living room, like to talk about
Yeah.
it. For the women's event, I brought them as I did a curation of women's sneakers, women's Jordans. So I had like Lola bunnies, I had, OG um uh what did I have? I had OG 13s in pink colorways. I had True Flights because people want to be bougie and say, "Oh, I never fuck with True Flights." True Flights were lit at a point in the middle of the hood. Like especially where I'm from, they call them Mexican Jordans.
The Paisa Jordans.
Yeah, but guess what? They have For the Love of the Game True Flights. Like
They
there's
do. They have numbers.
I have them. They have exclusive True Flights, and people want to be bougie and forget about that. But I had those. So violets. I had my violets out, OG violets. So it's like OG aquas. So it's like you know a few pieces, but those are like amazing, iconic OGs. For women within Jordan brand.
So
And
you're
then in
talking.
Nike, blazers and Sheryl Swoopes, Swoops are dope. I do love Nike Dunk wedges. A lot of women don't love the wedges. I love them. Those are my high heels. Thank you. I'm a woman who I don't wear heels and I don't wear shoes. So wedges to me are like, those are my red bottoms. They're like amazing. They're like they make you feel amazing. So the Milano pack, some of the City pack, the Air Max, like the florals, um, those are like dope. The Revolution Highs, I love those. I love they took the Air Rev and made it a woman's sneaker. So those I respect because they actually had her in mind when designing and
True.
re-engineering them.
True. And you're talking about those PSM 15s that go to the knees. So I want to say that you like the Ricardo Tisci Air Force Ones that went up to the knees.
Yeah, I have those too. I have a thing with height. I really love height. So
Hmm.
anything that's
I
booted,
feel like that was a female sneaker.
um, I feel like it is too. I feel like men shouldn't wear those. Unless you have a certain style, like you're
Yeah,
really
unless you're one of those
tight,
men that wear UGG boots, you could probably wear
right?
those.
Like if you wear
The
hunter
Ricardo
boots or Ugg
Tisci ones
boots,
that went to the knee,
Oh yeah,
the Air
yeah,
Force
yeah,
Ones.
yeah. Nah, yeah. And it was some
yeah,
dudes in there. It was like, stop it, cut it out.
yeah, those, those is not. And you know what? The box to those are beautiful. It's a black American flag.
Mm.
Um, the tote bag that came with it, beautiful. It's a mesh bag that says Ricardo Tisci. It hangs really low. You could fit the boots in it. So what came with those were decent, pretty decent. So loved it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Women love Don C's, women like the Don C twos. Those were like great quality.
Mhm.
The big packs that they had that you can buy, with all the hats and everything. That was dope to give women. Um, Me
What'd you think about
personally,
the Don C Converse?
I like the limited, the first one that came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The first one that Fab was rocking, that one is fire. Um, I like the way Fab dresses. I look at Fab all the time, and it's crazy because um, I think he wears sneakers very well, very Brooklyn. So I definitely look at his feet for inspiration. You know what's crazy? It's like they ask me what females I look at for what females. They're like, what females do you look at for influence and inspiration. And I'm like, girls, I look at guys, like I love guys' feet and the way that they rock shit. Yeah, you fuckers inspire me. Hello? I can't hear you. But I think, oh my God, if you hear the way I hear you guys right now and the way I see you guys, spooky. Hold on, wait. You're spooky. Wait, now I can hear you guys, but you look spooky.
Can you hear us now? Are we still on?
Oh no!
Oh,
we don't get it. We don't get it back together. Technical difficulties, ladies and
do
gentlemen.
we still get to say that one?
It ain't over.
It ain't over, Hovel.
It ain't over. You feel this motherfucker?
It's the Heat Hoarders.
You know what I mean? Shout out everybody.
2/3 of the. We got Mal, we got Grincho.
Yeah, you know what I mean,
We just had our special guest, KIXIEJIXIE. We're gonna see if she's gonna come back to end this off. If not, we still had a good time.
Yeah, man. And if you didn't see earlier, go look at the earlier live. You feel me?
Man, knowledge. That's all
Nothing
we
but knowledge.
One of the best IG lives we had so far because it was so much knowledge just thrown back and forth.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Let's see if she's gonna come back.
So try to get her back up on this thing.
See if we can get her back on so we can just end this one time before everything goes wrong. OG Paul, OG Paul in the building.
There you go.
My nigga. OG.
You're all right, we're back. Yeah, I hear you guys now. I couldn't hear anything and you sounded like robots. You were like robots. I I I do like, I have to say, outside of girl sneakers, the sneaker connoisseur, it's the connoisseur. So, you know, um, I like Reebok Kamikazes, Diodoras, like N9000s, like Kamikazes, yeah, Raymans, like 1, 2, like those go up there, Reebok 5411. Like there's just sneakers that outside of the Jordan brand that go on my top. And outside of Nike that go on my top. Can I say which ones are my favorite? Absolutely not. The name of... You're freezing again. Reebok Freestyle Highs. I'm hearing you in pieces, sorry. You're freezing. You're freezing! Yeah. It's like you come in and out, so it's like I'm hearing pieces of the questions. Now you're out again. And now you're in again.
Difficulties. It's 2/3 of the Heat Hoarders. We got Mal, aka Mal, aka Mal, aka Mal, and we got Grincho, aka Fuck your Bushu be I it. And we coming back. Hopefully we are on the right track. We got KIXIEJIXIE. We're gonna see if we can get her back on so we can finish this.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been a good time though. It's been a good talk. We very knowledgeable.
Y'all are so funny. I'm watching you talk, and it's like there's so many women that they talk like me. Um, Babs and Kix, Jen Twice, Soulflower, they talk just like me. They have so much insight on from their experience from sneakers. Shout out to them because they be really what it is. Shout out to Jen. We have all kinds of. It's so funny. When I see her, I walked in the sneaker room. Burberry Hayes. That's Koya from Koya's collection. Cassidy, Channing, Takara, C&K girls. Y'all fly, y'all lit. You know, there's so many. KB. The whole New York. I love y'all right now. Like the women in New York are on fire. They inspire me. New York is competitive and it's crazy out here to get kicks. So shout out to them. Shout out to NY. We get all the drops and 10-degree weather. Today they had Sean Witherspoon sitting in the city and nobody went to touch them because it was freezing. They redropped them. You're coming in and out again. This has been a really good time. Thank you for having me if you could hear me. I can't hear you guys, but I gotta run. It's so freaking late. But we definitely have to do this party again. I can't hear you. I can't. I can't.
Shout out KIXIEJIXIE. You feel me? Technical difficulties. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Everybody's on goddamn my Wi-Fi. I'm about to start charging motherfuckers. You understand? You know what I mean? We're doing this for y'all. This is not for us. We're doing this for you guys. You understand?
Beto Kicks, what's up with you?
What's up, Beto?
Shout out to everybody, all the listeners, all the followers, everything.
Man,
we try to, reach in our bag and get y'all somebody that's really interested. And KIXIEJIXIE was one of those people. Very knowledgeable. We talked about a lot of shit.
Make sure y'all go back and listen to the lives. Because it will be up on YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to put that on YouTube in case you missed it. But, yeah, go on there and let us know who y'all want. Yeah, like I said, we had a list of females. We're going to have DD back, Babs and Kicks. We're looking for you. I'm Simply B. We're looking for you. Jay Cheyenne from SoCal.
Yep. Trying to get all y'all.
A lot of people. Shit, we might get fucking Aleali and Rox Brown.
We might can get that Aleali, though.
I damn near think we're going to get Vashtie before Aleali.
We might have to tap in with Barlow's. We might get him. We have to tap in with him. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, we appreciate y'all. And,
man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody on here. You feel me? I can't say your name because I will feel so awkward saying your name on out loud.
The handsome dude?
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
We out here. This is the Heat Hoarders.
It's been a good IG Live. We're going to try to bring out some more IG Lives. We do podcasts every Wednesday, but, when we're missing a member, we try to hop on the IG Live, or if we're not missing a member, we still try to hop on the IG Live to give y'all some insight on some people that cannot really be here. Mm-hmm. But it's a good thing. Yeah. We try to bring y'all that knowledge and, share it with a friend. That's what I've been forgetting to tell y'all. Share it with a friend. If y'all enjoyed yourselves, share it with a friend.
About us.
Yeah. We'll be in Vegas.
Yeah, we know y'all fuck with it. So all our Vegas followers fuck with us. We'll be out there on
We'll be in Vegas for Agenda.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be out there Monday
looking for Frank Cooker.
Thursday. You feel me?
Try to jam him up, get a little insight on his endeavors.
Frank is in the Frank is lit. Frank is lit out here. Frank is lit. Coming to the podcast?
I tried to, man.
Okay. That's better than nothing, though. That's better than nothing.
Boy.
No politics. No politics. We're going to get it, though. We're going to make it happen. Okay. That's the boy, Frank. We out here in Vegas. Agenda tomorrow. Agenda tomorrow.
So, yeah. Fuck with us, man. And we're out this thing. We out this bitch like a newborn.